Saturday premiere.
I felt as if there was someone else there. Shh. There is something in this house. Something which is not at rest.
Nicole Kidman, The Others, Saturday at 8, Sky Movies premiere.
Internet porn inquiry. Pete Townshend is put on the sex offenders register. Asylum seekers are overwhelming Britain, say MPs. Missing Laura. Police find a body. Foundation hospitals row. Labour rebels are defeated. And a hat-trick for Pires as Arsenal thump Southampton.
Sky News with Chris Rogers.
Hello, good morning. The name of the rock star, Pete Townshend, is to go on the sex offenders register for the next 5 years. Police have cautioned the Who guitarist for looking at child porn on the internet, but he's not been charged with any offence. Townshend says the police accepted that he was doing research for a campaign against child pornography.
No sign of Pete Townshend at his luxury London home tonight. The star instead choosing to keep the front door firmly shut and a low profile after his police caution earlier today. Arrested in January, his name was found on a list of 7,000 people who'd paid to view child porn on the internet. He'd entered his credit card details on a porn website in 1999. Now, 5 months on from his arrest, he's been given a police caution and a criminal record. Detectives accepting, although he did access the site, he hadn't stored any pictures from it on his PC.
Well, he did commit an offence, and he's admitted that offence, and he did pay to view abusive images of children. So he has put money into a criminal industry who seek to exploit and damage children through using them in pornography.
In a statement, he agrees he did access the website as part of his research for a campaign to counter pornography on the net. The police, he says, accept his motives, and he accepts that he broke the law. Pete Townshend will now be placed on the sex offenders register for the next 5 years. His movements will be closely monitored, and if he leaves the country for any more than 8 days at once, he'll have to tell authorities exactly where he's going. Some are claiming Pete Townshend's been made a scapegoat by police. Others say he's got away lightly. Either way, he's now a rock star with a record. Matt Smith, Sky News, South West London.
Britain could be overwhelmed by increasing numbers of asylum seekers. The warning comes from the All-Party Home Affairs Select Committee. The MPs say the problem could trigger social unrest and racial violence. They also criticise the government's targets for deportation as wholly unrealistic and describe the treatment of failed applicants as morally unacceptable. But ministers are defending their asylum policy.
We are reducing the intake. We're increasing the removals, increase of 24% on last year. We're processing people much more quickly. And so we are getting on top of this system and demonstrating that we are moving towards a managed, credible, rational asylum system.
Tony Blair has survived another rebellion, this time over his plans to give hospitals greater freedom to run their own affairs. 65 Labour MPs, fearful of privatisation creeping into the health service, voted with the Tories.
Tense moments in the House of Commons. First, the rebel Labour amendment overwhelmingly defeated.
The ayes to the right were 117, the noes to the left 297. So
then the government's position, voting for the health bill.
The ayes to the right were 304, the noes to the left 230.
So a majority for Tony Blair of just 74. The vote will come as a relief to hospital chief executives who want foundation status to be freed from Whitehall control. In the Commons earlier, the three main party leaders clashed over the issue.
Hospital admissions are now falling, treatments are flat, and a record number of people now have to seek treatment outside the NHS.
This proposal for foundation hospitals inevitably is going to create two-tierism.
One part of the opposition is against the investment, The other part of the opposition is against the reform. Only this side stands for investment plus reform.
The Health Secretary told MPs the NHS must be reformed.
It is not the principles, then, of the National Health Service that need to be changed. It is how it works in practice. One is about ends, the other is about means.
The Labour rebels fear foundation hospitals will get the best staff and the best resources.
I believe that foundation hospitals would be a cuckoo in the local health nest. I worry that these proposals contained today will increase disparities between hospitals rather than reduce them.
After the vote, both sides among Labour MPs declare themselves reasonably satisfied with the outcome.
The vote tonight means the government's got to come back with virtually a rewritten bill.
As always, the scale of the rebellion is always overblown. It wasn't there because a lot of people think this is a sensible change for the NHS.
Although many Labour MPs were persuaded to vote for the government, even though they're against foundation hospitals, the health bill will now be scrutinised line by line, giving opponents of foundation hospitals plenty of opportunities to dilute it before it comes back to the House of Commons. This battle isn't over yet. Glenn O'Glaser, Sky News, Westminster.
Police searching for missing Lincolnshire teenager Laura Torn have discovered a female body in the village of Misson in Nottinghamshire. The 18-year-old disappeared last week. Her family have been informed about the development and are receiving specialist counselling. Detectives have until Friday morning to question a 31-year-old man arrested on suspicion of Laura's murder. The father of